A retiring Justice of the Supreme Court, Musa Mohammed, has said that the seven-man panel that dismissed all the appeals that sought to remove President Bola Tinubu from office was not well constituted, as it did not have members from all the geopolitical zones of the country. The retiring justice also said the office of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, Justice Olukayode Ariwoola, had numerous powers, and such powers must be reduced to prevent abuse of office. The Supreme Court panel on Thursday had dismissed appeals by Atiku Abubakar of the People Democratic Party (PDP) and Peter Obi of the Labour Party, and affirmed the victory of Bola Tinubu as Nigerian president to the mixed reactions of Nigerians. Meanwhile, Justice Mohammed, who spent 47 years in active judiciary service, bowed out of the appeals court bench on Friday, having clocked the 70 years mandatory retirement age. He used the opportunity of a validatory section that was organized in his honor by the Supreme Court to address what he observed as rot in the judiciary that had continued to affect the justice delivery system in the country. He said, "Through the years, I rose to become the second most senior justice of the country's appeals court and the deputy chairperson of the National Judiciary Council. Considering the number of years I have spent in judiciary service and the position I have attained by the grace of the Almighty, I feel obligated to continue the struggle for reforms for a better Nigeria or better judiciary, and will be leaning on the earlier submissions of those who had existed before me," Justice Mohammed stated before he descended on the CJN. As presently structured, the CJN is a chairman of the CJN, which oversees both the appointments and the discipline of the judges. He is equally chair of the Federal Judiciary Service Commission, FJCS, the National Judiciary Institute, NJI, the Legal Practitioners Privileges Committee, LPPC, that appoints senior advocates of Nigeria. In my own considered opinion, the oversight functions of these bodies should not rest on an individual alone. A person with absolute power, it is said, corrupts easily and absolutely. As chair of NJC, FJLC, NGI, and LPPC, appointments as council board and commitment members are at his pleasure. He neither conference with fellow justices, nor seek their counsel or input on any matter related to these bodies. He has both the final and the only say. The CJN has power to appoint 80% of members of the council and 60% of members of FJLC. The same applies to NJI and LLPC. Such enormous powers are effortlessly abused. This needs to change. Continued denial of the existence of this threatening abnormally weakens effective judiciary oversight in the country, he added. On the current composition of the bench of the appeals court, Justice Mohammed alleged that the refusal to fill the vacant slot of Southeast on the appeals court bench was a deliberate, blaming it on absolute powers vested on the office of the CJN. He further stressed that with his retirement, the North Central Zone, which has represented, would no longer have a justice on the Supreme Court bench. My Lord, Honorable Justice Ejimbe Iko, JSC, who was represented, the zone retired on the 23rd of May 2022. It has been a year and 5 months now. There has not been any replacement. With the passing of my Lord, Honorable Justice Chima Cletus, JSC, on the 29th July 2023, the Southeast no longer has any presence at the Supreme Court. My Lord, Honorable Justice Sylvester Nwawili, JSV, died on the 7th March 2021. There has not been any appointment in his state for the Southeast. As it stands now, any 4 geopolitical regions, the Southwest, the South-South, the Northwest, and the Northeast, are represented in the Supreme Court, while the South-South and Northeast have 2 serving justices. The Northwest and the Southwest are fully represented with 3 each. Appropriate steps could have been taken since to fill outstanding vacancies in the appeals court. Why have these steps not been timelessly taken? He asks. It is evident that the decision not to fill the vacancies in the court is deliberate. It is all about the absolute powers vested on the office of the CJN and the responsible exercise of same, the retiring jurists added. On the issue of membership of the panel that held that presidential election panels appeals by the candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, Justice Mahmood said, to ensure justice and transparency in presidential appeals from the lower courts, all geopolitical zones are required to participate in the hearing. It is therefore dangerous for democracy and equity for 2 entire regions to be left out in the decisions that will affect the generality of Nigerians. This is not what our laws envisage, although it can be posited that no one expected the sudden passing of Honorable Justice Nwanze, JSC, yet it has been 2 years and 7 months since previous justice from the Southeast died and no appointment was made. This is really very serious. So guys, let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.